Welcome everyone, this is Zozo Stock Watch, and this is your stock watch list for Tuesday, 8th of August. The futures are flat right now. Dow futures flat, S&P futures down about 2, and the NASDAQ futures down about 1. For your economic information for Tuesday the 8th, NFIB Small Business Optimism at 6 a.m., 10 a.m. the JOLTS. API for crude oil at 4:30 p.m. tomorrow. We do have some economic information coming out of China tomorrow night. 9:30 p.m. China Producer Index, China Consumer Price Index coming out tomorrow night. For your top gainers for the day, we have MYOK, ATV, BSTG, NXTM, ONDK, JRJC, and we spoke about JRJC in yesterday's video, INPX, EROS, MTW, TWLO, LC, XNET, top gainers for the trading day. Top losers for the day, ZYNE, GEMP, AFI, IPI, BCRX, CLSN, Teva, again on Teva, Depot, EPO, FI, MNKD, GO, CRK, all down for the day. For your options activity, we have JCI on the call side, JCI Johnson Controls, JCP, JCPenney, KMX, LNG, MU, NCLH, PXD, SNAP, SNAP, STAY, and W Wayfair on the option unusual call activity. For your put side, CAR, ENDP, HTZ, KMX, MBT, RSPP, VIPS, and VRX on the put side activity. For your earnings calls for tomorrow, for Tuesday the 8th, you see you have VRX at 8 a.m., Wayfair at 8 a.m., and I'll just scroll through the rest. And you see the earnings parade just keeps on coming at you. These are for pre-market, and then your 8 afternoon calls. Then we have after hours on Tuesday the 8th. So a lot of earnings calls for tomorrow. Some of your earnings for tomorrow, for Tuesday before the open: ACM, AES, AGIO, AQXP, ATKR, BIOS, KITE, KITE. Core is also coming out with earnings before the bell tomorrow morning. PLUG, Plug, earnings before the bell. NVLN, NXST. After the bell, we have ZGNX, ZG, YUME, AAXN, and you see Jazz, JAZZ. So a bunch of earnings coming out. Some news that came out after the bell tonight: VSAR, 500 million shelf. EGLE, they beat by 2 cents. That's a shipper. MTW beats by 9 cents, misses on revenue. Some top insider purchases after hours: 100K plus. CRME, 10% owner, Magnolia, purchased 14K. ECL, 10% owner, Gates, purchased 75,000 at 132.57. U.S. spy satellites detect North Korea moving 2 anti-ship cruise missiles to patrol boat on East Coast in past few days, officials. Fox News. Some syndicate news that came out: ARCC prices public offering of $750 million, 3.5% notes due. BIOA announces underwritten offering common stock. BMRN offering 450 senior notes. COTV secondary public offering 10,000 shares. DDR prices 350 million offering. EDP prices 1.7 billion, principal amount of junior subordinated notes. ESNT filed 424B5, 5 million shares. And let's see, any other things sticking out? MYOK, the stock that was up a lot today, proposed a public offering of over 3 million shares. JP Morgan and Cowen, the book managers on that. RDUS proposed public offering 300 million. TMO announces 1.5 offering of common stock. That's for TMO. VSR filed Form S3. Allergan CEO was just on CNBC. And SWIR also CEO was just on Kramer Show for CNBC. The Dow, as you can see here, we're up 9 straight days, just gliding along this 5 EMA on the Dow Jones Industrial Average. So the Dow keeps climbing new record highs. The IYT continues to move up on the IYT after holding the 200 SMA right here. We held it here and we're holding it here. IBB, that is trying to get back above the 10 SMA. Doesn't do that till it gets back over 320 on the IBB. IWM, trying to hold this 100 SMA. Open this up for you. Trying to hold that 100 SMA, but trying to get back over the 50 SMA, but rejected again. IWC, the micro caps, still below the 50 SMA and kind of in the same boat, trying to hold this 100 SMA. QQQ, nice curling pattern here. Needs to get over that 145 spot on the Qs. But is turning back up. Let's check out some bigger names. We had Amazon still under the 50, PCLN just chugging along up near new record highs. Let's check Expedia just to see if that's following. Nope, Expedia moving down, Priceline moving up. Tesla, what did that do today? Let's check that out. Still having a little tough time here at that 360 spot. Netflix still below the 10 SMA on the daily, and the Goog, that one still below the 10 SMA, below the 50, trying to hold the 100. Apple, I believe, yep, Apple up near the new all-time highs. For Apple up there near that 160, holding the 5 EMA. And Facebook, let's check out the old Facebook, holding the 10 SMA up above the 5 EMA. Looks good, Facebook, and they got a $230 price target after the close today. I forget from who. You can check that out, but I know it was $230. Might have been from Stifel, but don't quote me on that. For Facebook, let's see, LabVIEW, same thing, same boat. Trying to get back above the 10 SMA. Probably has to get back above the 10 SMA. So looking at like 67 and change, 68 for LabVIEW. DUST, we'll just take a look at the gold miners bear, and this one is trying to get back above the 50 SMA. GLD, pulling back now down to the 50 SMA. The yellow line you see here. And silver, quick look at silver after hitting that $16 spot. Now we're back at about the middle of the range on silver. And JJC, the copper, pushing up to new highs here on JJC. So that's some of the markets. I'm trying to see if there was anything else as far as the markets I want to talk about. Oil still trying to get above that $50 level. This is light sweet crude, WTI, and we'll look at the ETF for oil, and pretty much same thing, trying to get over this 1025, but still has the 200 and moving averages in the way, so not going to be easy. XLF, nice, holding above the 5 EMA now, holding above 25. JP Morgan, check that, up near the highs. BAC up near the highs. Citigroup up near the highs. Zion, one of your regional banks, skirting near that 46 and trying to push up, to the highs here on Zion. WFC not faring as well. A lot of cockroaches in this one. Keep coming out of the closet, and so this stock not doing very well as far as the banks go. So let's go ahead. We'll get right into the watch list, and how about ACIA communications and equipment? It's been basing around 40. Now it's trying to get maybe over this 100 SMA, which is about we'll call it $48. So if this can get back over 48, it might turn the corner here. We're at 46.86 on ACIA. AGI looks like, 775. This is a gold stock if gold should reverse, and I just happen to see this one, the strength on this one, and you can kind of draw your lines like this, and you see how that 775 comes into play. So AGI, just because it's a gold stock, if the market does happen to reverse, if this can get over that 775 and then the 791 spot, you might get a continuation. I don't think this is going to happen tomorrow, but just keep that one on watch. UUP, the dollar had popped, pulled back a little bit today, so unless this starts, moving up. Let's see. Next up, we have what do we have? BRS. There we go. BRS, oil name. But this is not going to move until oil starts moving. It got slammed down here. It's been kind of planking along here at 7. It's trying to get over 8. But probably a lot of people trapped in this gap down here. So just keep that in mind on BRS. BSTG, under $1 name, but almost 8 million shares traded. BSTG, the high was 65 cents, so watch that break of 65 cents. CCC, big volume, over 2 million shares, and we are looking for this one to take out $16.15, or maybe a slight pullback and then continuation move. CLNT, 1.1 million shares traded, and you see it popped and then pulled back to 385. So I'll watch this intraday and see if this possibly sets up. EGLE, they had earnings after the bell. This one popped up to about the 520 area, so it might put some of the shippers in movement upwards. FCX, looking for this one to maybe take out the highs today, which was 1485, and then maybe we clear that 15 spot on FCX. GNK, this one, because we saw the earnings in EGLE, so this is another shipper that looks interesting. Trying to get over this 12 area. We're at 1140 now. High on this candle was 1168, so maybe 1170 might get GNK going, but slow mover, low volume stock, most probably just a swing trade if you do venture into it. HIMX, we spoke about this one yesterday. I'm still looking for this $9 break, semiconductor name, and so we'll see if this one can do that. More of a swing trader type of name, but it did have 6 million shares traded in the name today. IPXL, this one 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, down about 5 days in a row on the name, and we'll see we're coming up to the 200 SMA here, and you see we have a little bit of a hammer candle here, so we'll see if this maybe wants to make a reversal on IPXL. JD just keeps chugging along here, riding the 5 EMA. If it takes out that 48 or 47.95, maybe 47.75, 47.80 might be enough on JD. Now we've talked about this one on previous videos. If you watch those, you're probably in earlier. JRJC, you spoke about this one on last night's video. Nice pop. If it pulls back, maybe an intraday play on the name. KBH, looking for this one maybe to turn the corner. Beezer has been on fire for the home builders. This thing just keeps chugging along, Beezer. So maybe KBH might want to join the party here. We're holding above the 50 SMA. And the high today was 2360, so watch for that 2360 break. MIME, this name, software infrastructure, kind of turning up. It's been holding the 50 SMA, but volume only 300,000 shares, but could get moving if it gets back above the highs from today, and maybe a possible swing trade in this name. Looks I mean, at least your stop would be probably the 20, a break of this low here, which is at 27.85, call it 27.75 in that area if you want to try to swing that one. MTOR, nice volume, nice pop in it today. We're up near these highs of 19. If it clears that 19, you might get a continuation move. Auto parts names, and that makes me always want to look at this SORL when it had this big push. If this one gets back over $7, maybe it gets a continuation move. Auto parts name. Next one up, MVIS, starting to curl back up over that 260 spot on MVIS. Could get that one going also. This is National New Age Beverages, excuse me. This can clear that $5 spot, but this is a very lightly traded stock. That's the problem with this one. More of a swing trade, but if it could clear this $5, maybe something good will happen. New Age Beverages. ONDK, big pop today. We'll look for maybe some kind of intraday setup. Almost 3 million shares traded on ONDK. Plug, they have earnings before the bell, and but the nice candle here, but we'll see what happens with the earnings. SINO, just another shipper because of EGLE. Looks like 320 is the spot to get through here. It's above the 50. It's starting to turn up. Not a favorite. Low volume stock, only 113K shares traded in that name, but if it can get over that 320, maybe some volume comes in, and I don't think Dries is doing much of anything. No, not really. And let's see, GLBS. That one's perking up a little bit. GLBS would have to get over this like $1.10 on GLBS if maybe intraday. This I usually trade this one intraday. Next one up, Teva, just because it's been down, decimated so much. And you see the gap down here, and we'll go look at the weekly on this one. This was a $70 stock. We're down at $18, and still nobody's interested. But maybe if it gaps down tomorrow, it might give a reversal on Teva. Worth watching. TOL, Toll. Let me go back to my daily chart. This one, if it can take out that $40 level on Toll. And what was the high today on this was 39.83, so 39.95, possibly $40 break. TSN had earnings today, and that one popped, so I'm looking for maybe some kind of intraday setup on this name, and see if we can get like a continuation move. See if we can get a continuation move in Tyson Farms. What's the other? Pilgrim's Pride, I think it is. Wait, Pilgrims. Oops, I think I had it. Yeah, PPC. This one. Nope, that's not it. Pilgrims. Here we go. Yeah, PPC. This one's up at the highs, so this one has been very strong. Packaged foods. So maybe now that Tyson had their earnings and their earnings beat, this one might give a continuation move on TSN. TWLO, they had earnings after the bell. You see this big pop. Now we're at about the middle of the range on Twilio. See if this one can set up on the some on intraday basis. And UCTT, semiconductor equipment. I traded this one today. I got a nice trade in this. Trying to get back over the 50 SMA. So if it can clear this 2212, and the 50 SMA is 2203, and 1.3 million shares came into that name today. XTNT, this is stock that's below $1, so just keep that in mind. We are at the 300 SMA. Hasn't been able to get above it. It's hit it here and stalling out, but 2 million shares came in. The high on the name was 93 cents, so maybe over 95 cents, where you can wait for that $1 break if you rather play it that way. But first time it's coming up here and touching the 300 SMA, but now we'll see if we can get over it and there's some space here between the moving averages. So that's it for the watch list. So the market remains strong, remains trending up. Nothing can stop the Dow right now. Like I said, even with the IYT, that is bouncing now, and when it was moving down, the Dow was still moving up. Some of the airlines, we'll just check out those to see what's going on there. They are bouncing a little bit. LUV not bouncing as much. JBLU still below the 50. Let's check some railroads. Trying to get over 50 on CSX, trying to get over $50. FedEx, which is the the big position in the IYT, that's still below the 50 SMA, and UPS, that name looking not too bad, above the 50 SMA. So the transports still have work to do, and so we'll see what's going to happen tomorrow. All right, thank you so much for listening. This is Zozo Stock Watch. This is your watch list for August 8th, Tuesday. And thank you so much for subscribing, and have a nice evening. Back at it tomorrow morning with the morning stock report.